Hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. We're playing Opus Magnum today. I have familiarised myself with this game by playing through all of the first few levels. I don't know what this is though, I never saw that before in the corner. Oh, look at this. Wow, doesn't this all look interesting? Is it going to show me... Oh, it's going to show me an example. What a great way to start off. No, it's not. It's a challenge. I have to build it. Oh. We got bananas in chat from Fortunate Narado, Lucaro, Floyne, Forgil, Mayschool, The Finky, Becca, that means, and K Jones. This means that y'all can hear me, and that's great. Also, the music today. Let me know if it's mixed well, if you'd like it turned up or turned down. It's relatively quiet. It's Matthew Burns is the soundtrack, which we often stream the Infinifactory soundtrack. And you're going to see some similarities with this game and that game because it's made by Zachtronics, who were kind enough to send me a copy of the game to play on stream, which is awesome of them. And we're going to jump into it. So we're going to start off with the tutorial part of the game, and I'm going to try and breeze through this somewhat. There is also a little bit of text conversation. Didn't really feel like this added too much. It was just a little back and forth to make it feel like there's more of a story going on. So this introduces us to the sandbox puzzling, which we are going to do. The solution is this bit right here, the product. I'm using the term right. Each of these tiles are called regions, and you can slap down the different components into this. So if I go over here and use the step, which actually got a hotkey tab, I didn't realise that before, and we can see all the steps of this in action. Right, so this little thing fuses things together, so does that one over there. I will note though, oh yeah, it's because it moves it to the side that it then allows it to fuse it there. Okay, cool, very cool. Let's just press play and let it play out. Down the bottom here, by the way, we've got all these instructions that are being sent to the two elements, which are the arms. So the layout and the instructions that you send to the arms are how you create a solution. So, on to the next one, which is a lesson in arms. We have to create a solution here. So, there are two things already configured. If I go ahead and press play, we get to see them in action. We need to do that ourselves over here. So, we place down an arm. We can drag the length of the arm like this, and we can have it put into different positions. We've got to pick up this element and put it over there. So down here you can use the keyboard or you can drag and drop. The controls are really quite nice because all the keys are clustered together. I was still getting used to them a little bit though earlier when I was playing this. So I think if I'm not mistaken it's 3 rotations and then drop. And now if we go ahead and play, there it goes. This one, though, is slightly slower than the others, right? But we still complete the puzzle. And that's kind of it. I think I've got to click through all of this to go to the next bit, right? Let me know in chat if you want anything explained. I am kind of blitzing through this a little bit. When I played it earlier, I really focused a lot more on what was happening here, so I might skip over some things now that I'm familiar with it. It wants us to place an arm over here. It's going to introduce us to rotation, I believe, next. So this means that we can pick that up. And as you'll see, the problem is we can rotate to this position, which I think actually means we need to pick that one up and rotate to that position. So we'll start with picking up. We will rotate, and then should probably get the correct terminology in my head here. Like, we'll turn the arm and then we'll rotate. I think it's the opposite direction to the arm. So that one there rotates down here on the timeline. Hopefully you can see all of this. I did feel like the interface was a little bit on the small side. I don't know what these do. Ghost atoms, diagram. And we got Evil X! Infernal Hails to Billman68 for 62 bumps. Goodness me. Goodness me, those numbers are just unbelievable. Thanks so much, my dude. That's incredible. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy what we do here today. Right, so I've made some catastrophic error there, which is just not realizing that, no, that's the bit that you pick up. So that means that the rotation... Now, you can also delete these here, and when you delete them, they don't slide across. So it makes it nice and easy to change things. So I'm just going to go ahead and swap them out like that. No, I've done the wrong one there. So we rotate the other direction. I was thinking, you know, I've wanted to do this a couple of times with games, but use a bit of dead space on the screen and have like a magnifier. Oh yeah, look at that. It takes a long time to come back round again. And the magnifier can zoom in on where the cursor is pointing, so you can see these details down here. I should really look into that, you know. I tried to do it with the Windows one, and it just wasn't good enough. So what we can do is add an instruction to say, just go back to the beginning. We'll get introduced to this thing where you can have it simply loop by default. I got a hot cup of tea here, by the way, peeps. Discuss, there's only 1 billion derp coins for a face reveal. Where do I start buying? On the black market. Or the, aka the dirt market. Sam Lusk says, X, can we please see Xisuma in Hermitcraft? My dude, I appreciate your enthusiasm for a great creator, but that generally isn't the way that we recruit. You know? Just imagine being in Hermitcraft. You wouldn't be like scouring the comments for suggestions, right? Like, that's not a recruitment strategy. Becca says, I have 500,000 derp coins for sale. You keep them all to yourself, Becca. You keep them all to yourself. 4Girl96, thank you for 22 months, saying, at the start of your YouTube Twitch career, would you ever have thought that your community would grow this huge as it is at the moment? I would say no. I also consider my community to not be that big. In the best of ways, I feel like we've got a core group of people here, but it's not like a big community. But those terms are relative, right? But I never envisioned any of this when I started. I just, you know, did it because I liked Minecraft and wanted to share some things. You know, another Evil X, Inferno Hails to Angry K9, 81 months, saying, hey X, been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Hope all is well. Keep up the great content. Looking forward to Season 9. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it as always, Angry K9. And I think you caught a good one today, because we get to do something new with a new game. And it's the kind of game that I love. Now, I've looked over this game several times in the past, and it always just looked like way too complicated, but I had a closer look at it, and I thought, do you know what? It actually looks okay. So, over here on the side, we're going to have access to different mechanisms and things. We've got to get that over to here. This will expand over here on the left eventually. So, we can pick up. Now what we can do is we can shrink our piston arm. Then we want to give it 2 rotations, and then we want to drop. Drop isn't actually available, so I think it automatically drops. That was something I got a little confused with earlier. It was just sometimes it seemed I wasn't sure if you were supposed to do that or not. So now our piston arm length retracts, and then it goes back to the beginning. The drop is actually featured in this expanded part down here, but it's not an option on the side, which I find kind of strange. Right, click our way through all of this, and go to the next bit. I love this game, says DeBenjley. DeBenjley. You can also hold down A and D while holding apart to rotate. Oh yes, Lepis is awesome. I opened up the screen that shows you all the shortcuts, and there were a few too many to learn all at once. Where actually was that screen? Did I press escape? I forgot how I opened it, but yes, there are shortcuts that I need to learn. There were quite a few of them though. So anyway, it's introducing us to this track next, and you can see it in use in a couple of different ways already here. So it wants us to, we've got to drag, that's the trick. Put this here. That's it, like that. and then we put an arm. We can put it anywhere on here that we like. We'll obviously start this thing off in the correct position. So it's a case of, let's use the keyboard, picking up. Then we want to rotate once and twice, and then move along this thing. Now, if I remember correctly, I thought it was up and down, was like plus is up and minus is down. Now I noticed that there's actually a plus and minus at either end, so that's how we determine the direction. So we do that, and then we simply just go back to the beginning, which I think automatically drops. And there you go, we've got another solution. Ed Network, thank you for 66 months. Incredible, my dude. And Bear818 for 5 months, saying supposedly it's my 5-month resub. So, have a fact. Horses cannot vomit. They can't? Never thought about that. I guess some animals maybe don't vomit. Fascinating. Thank you, my dude. I mean, has someone tried to make them vomit? Like, how do you confirm that? Omi says, I have a debate video upcoming, and the topic is video gaming, rising career or downfall of a generation. And sadly, I have to speak against downfall of a generation. Would you like to add some points? Yeah, sure. I think it's pretty bad to generate such a brush such a broad thing as video gaming as a career, or video gaming in general as being destructive towards a generation of people. I think that the ideas that will be destructive to a generation of people are far more related to real world values and activities and how we interact with one another, treat one another, etc., than it would be an activity like gaming. And gaming is also a place where one can learn about things not so related to gaming through communities and whatnot, like we have here. So, you know, I think when there is toxic, destructive behavior within broad and big communities, you're always going to be able to find that in any place. Once you get enough people, there's bad apples. And so if you go into the gaming community and look for something bad, you'll be able to find it. If you look for something positive, you'll be able to find that as well. I don't think that sort of like zoomed out big picture, you know, gaming will be the downfall of this generation. That just sounds very heavily narrativized. You know, the kind of thing you can do when you've got your video and you can line up all your points one after the other, and I don't know. It doesn't sound that great to me. TV was the downfall before gaming, radio before that, says Discup. Yep, always that historical perspective. Carls of Doom says, I had prejudices against gaming for a long time because I was brought up that way, but now being part of this community has helped me see how valuable and precious it can be. Yeah, it's like it's the medium for something else, right? It's not gaming itself that's the problem. If there is a problem, it will be with either individuals within a culture or like an individual and how they interact with it. For example, gaming for some people can be like an addiction to a drug. Depends on your personality, you know? Depends on who you are. And arming people with knowledge of self and, you know, ways of approaching these ideas is better. What you can't do is just say all gaming is addictive or all gaming is bad for you, or you paint those broad strokes and, you know, it just won't work out that way. Right, I'm really enjoying this cup of tea, by the way, while we chat. Liger says, was just listening to Indistractable again today, and the book talks about how these things, radio gaming, electronic devices, aren't the problem. Liger, send me a link to that. That sounds really fascinating. It's always the relationship of an individual with something that can be the problem. Rarely it feels like it's the thing itself. Shinny says, you can get addicted to anything, of course, and of course there are addictions that are more destructive than others. Yeah, addictions that are likely to be more destructive but it depends on the individual, right? Like, you know, there'll be people out there that don't want to do or touch drugs, yet maybe can't get off of World of Warcraft, you know? Right, let's get right back into it. So we're going for the old pick up, then the rotation, the contraction, and then the dropping and the... Oh no, maybe that bit doesn't need to be in. Let me think. Pick up, rotate once, contract, and then that's the end of the cycle, which means it's got the same... Oh yes, I've autopiloted my way into trouble here. Let's go and add this thing there. Why does that one... Oh my god, I've just made an amazing observation. By the way, in chat, tips and tricks are always welcome. In a game like this, describing a solution would be really quite difficult over chat. But if ever you see something a little odd, let me know, because what I was doing earlier was dropping things onto this and picking them back up again. And it really annoyed me how it would always like slow down and spread out the synchronicity over here. And now I've just noticed that you don't actually have to drop it down, because I was looking at that one, I thought, hang on a minute, that one doesn't drop it down. I just must have missed that earlier. Usually it's the other way around. When I play something off camera, it allows me to focus and get prepared. Then again, I am just playing this through for the second time. Maybe that makes it easier for me to spot these things, right? Usually I play on stream and it's like, oh god, I can't think properly. Curls of Doom says, generation is ruined by other generations telling it what they think ruins it. Yeah, like, any statement can have an example. You know, you can always argue against it, but that's one of the things I really dislike, is seeing generational comments thrown either way, you know? Old to young, young to old. I don't think it's the way. Right, let's see if there's more observations to be made here. So we want to start with these on the picking up positions. So both 3 and 4 start off by picking up. Then they rotate in different directions. So 3 rotates that way, D this way. Now I remember I was putting them down and picking them up again. If we use this as a cue, I think the bonding happens without any pick up put down. So let's say one of them just rotates back again. Yeah, so what's up with that? Like, is it determining that one has arrived there first? No. Oh, I think I get it. The next thing that this will do is drop. Let's go ahead and delete that and... Oh, did I just delete the wrong one? Oh man, this melody right here, the music. Can y'all hear the music? This is some serious Matthew Burns right here. I'm getting Infinifactory vibes all over. I love it. It's like Infinifactory 2, the soundtrack in my mind. Cat Cup, glad to have you here. Welcome to the stream, 1st of 2022, cool. I can hear it, says the Thinky. Awesome, that's good. Each chapter has its own music and that's all great. I listened to the soundtrack on Spotify a few times today already. Right, now it makes sense why this looks so similar to that. Oh! Curious. Maybe it should be the other way around. Not sure why. Oh, wait. It's... Notice that this one here rotates twice, then goes back. Ah, I think I understand. I deleted the one below. Yeah, then it needs a little bit of that, I guess. So at that moment it lets go and the other one continues, whereas what I was doing was trying to go back. I was thinking I'm sending it back, but that happens after. Okay, I got my head around that one. I hope you understood too. Is this the soundtrack from the game, says Tower? Yes. Yes. So the reason we don't have Matthew Burns written in the corner is because we're playing it as part of the game. But what I'll probably do is if it's on Bandcamp, I'll buy a copy and then we'll use it for streaming music. And yeah, that's something I'd like to do actually, is you know, buy the music directly for using it on stream as well, as opposed to using Spotify, which I think is legal, but prefer to do it the other way. Are we at the end now? I think we're near the end because it shows you everything that's going on over here. So we can see all the different components. I don't know if there's more. What's cool about this is you get to do the layout. So we put in the product down here. And to those of you that have followed me on Twitter, do I have a plug for that? I probably do. You may have seen earlier today that when you complete a solution of this game, it can create a GIF file, so then you can go post it somewhere else. And yeah, my solution now I realise was probably terrible compared to what we'll do now, because I've learned a little bit more while playing. So one of these, do you know what? I'm going to do this totally different now, I think. Oh yeah, drag that, right? An arm like that, so you can kind of like make the price a bit different. Is there my score written here somewhere? Cost. Okay, let's do an experiment. Yeah, so the more of those that you have, the more the cost goes up. And then is there a button to like just completely remove this? What about just pressing delete? Okay, delete on the keyboard does it. So now what I'm thinking is you pick up, and we need a transmute thing here. Slide down twice, right? Let's try and use the keyboard a bit more. What way are we going? Positive. That's G. 1, 2. And then just loop, because that'll drop it. Okay, I've made a fatal mistake. You also need the bonding thing, so you need another arm somewhere. God, what was I thinking, eh? Okay, fair enough, you know. Got a little bit excited. Let's start again. Because we're going to need 2 arms. So we want a bonding thing. So now I might not bother. I'm also... I don't know if you can do this after, but you probably could. You see, I can now put like an arm here and an arm there. When this one rotates out, it can't... It's no longer useful to where the solution is. So I think you're looking at something like that. So this means that number 2 will grab, rotate, and then that's the end of its cycle. However, it might need to like wait, because the other one's obviously going to take a little longer. Ah, that one can't reach that now. So there, we'll skip over that one. And here, skip over that. And it ends up doing so much work. I wonder if I can alleviate the work between the two. So like, let's move this element. I mean, that would have to go around like, The more we do this, the more I'll figure stuff out about it, you know. We'll get used to it. I can also rotate this around if that's the one that's going to do that. Okay, but then if I have that one there, I don't want it going across that thing. Do you know what? Why do I keep thinking they need to be side by side? They just don't. So we can have this one go bump, bump, and then go back. And this one can go bump. can't quite extend, but then I can move that, obviously. Right, I think that looks like it. So, right, 2 picks up, rotates, needs to rotate a second time, and then it will go back to the beginning. So it would have dropped the end component there. 1 needs to pick up, then we need to rotate again, and then counter-rotate the arm and go back to the beginning. Let's see if that's nice and efficient, I think. Right, so that one whizzes by too quick, which I think you can... wrong one. I think it can kind of wait like that. Nice. Hey, we got a solution. And then we get a score. Wow, it looks like we did the thing most people do. Pretty cool. Do you know what I could do as an experiment while we stream this? I could tweet out, like, all the solutions, right? Do you think that would be a good idea? Would you all give me some retweets if I were to just tweet out the solutions as we came by them? I'll delete them all later, though, probably. Anyway, I'll wait for your response, and I'll do that, and it saves it to your desktop. Very cool. Definitely. Why, says the Thinky? I don't know. Get people in watching, maybe. Maybe they're curious. Just an experiment, really, isn't it? So, let's see how this works. Just gonna spam my Twitter, basically. So this is like a more complicated Wordle then. Ah, everyone is on Wordle, aren't they, at the moment? That's just the way it goes over here. That's just the way it goes. Okay, right, so that's the first solution done. And that leads us into the new area, which I believe I did not look at. I probably spent like an hour playing this earlier. Aha, so now chapters 1 to 6 and then 1 to 5 and something different at the end. We've got a letter of congratulation from the Imperial University, very cool. And a little bit more story stuff. I'm here for the puzzles, as always. It's always a good idea to embellish like the game with a little aesthetic and flavour like that. It does go away, the art, the art in the background here and the layout is cool, but I am always here for the puzzle. What's this? The glyph of projection consumes an atom of quicksilver and promotes an atom of metal to its higher form. By doing this repeatedly, even lead, the base metal can be transmuted to the finest gold. So these are like symbols of alchemy, right? And I'm going to have to learn a whole bunch of ordering. So there's that thing. So what's it want? It wants that. That's the solution. Let's go grab this thing. And I guess start off with an experiment of like pick up. Let's get the keyboard. Pick up, rotate, repeat. Ah, that's. Does it need one in the other side as well? Okay, it doesn't give me a description when that thing's an input for alchemine machine. Didn't it say that quicksilver? I think you've literally got to put that one. I mean, if you look at the way it's laid out, I'm pretty sure that's the way around it goes. Let's see what it does when there's actually nothing on the other side. Okay. So then number 2 rotates the opposite direction. That being said, we'll put that on. Oh yeah, and then it wants to wait, probably. And Yep, I thought it might do that. So how do we get it to wait? That might be it. No, I should probably read that description. When starting the transmutation engine, all instruction sequences are automatically padded so they have the same period as the longest instruction sequence in the solution, which ensures that all arms are kept in sync. So I think you put that at the beginning? Or maybe not, because this thing just ends, right? Okay, right, second experiment. We want that thing to loop. So what happens if we put this thing like here? Does it wait for that? No, that element already needs to be there. It does indeed wait for it. Not quite what I want. Because what we want to do is do this several times, I believe, to upgrade it to that level. Okay, well, I guess it's got to drop, as does that. Yeah, now it's upgraded that one. Interesting. Okay. So we've got to put in the drop. Then obviously that arm wants to rotate back, but we could just put that there. Alright, I think actually you do just have to program out each individual instruction on this thing. I don't know. Seems to me like there might have been a quicker way to do this. Another idea has just popped into my mind. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Oh, that's not right. Is it me or is the game difficult to follow? Says Taubar. Yeah, what we need is like a zoom on this area so that you can see the decisions that I'm making. That's the problem with it. Anyway, it goes back to the beginning after dropping and then it repeats. So yeah, like that. So now it's upgraded it to... I don't know if that's the one yet. And there's no like... So if I go over here and do that, I just have to keep repeating myself, I think. Like that. Oh, maybe one more. Oops, I just... Dang it. Pressed the button and ruined it all. That's actually the wrong type, isn't it? I'm having a bit of trouble with these controls. So now we're doing 3. Okay, looks like we've got to do another one. Let's see what it upgrades it to. Oh, I've made a mistake. That needs to go... Sorry, that one needs to go that direction. There we go. Sizzle Plick says this is an interesting game. I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. What happened at the end there? Where did we get stuck? Aha, I missed a rotation. Put that there. Right, that should put in the next one. Okay, so then when we reach that level, this one... I'm wondering if I should put this in a different position. Yeah, let's put that like this, drag that over there. So this one at the beginning is actually going to go 2 ways across, then drop it into there. Then when we reach this bit over here, that's when it picks it up and then turns it back and drops it. So we get it upgraded to the right type. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to remove that and do the loop back, and same for this. And it'll go back to its starting position. And then do the same thing over and over again. Right, so the thing that I struggle with on this puzzle is I'm not sure if you're supposed to literally program every step like this, or if there's something more efficient you do down the bottom here. If we just go continue editing, there is an option here where it says repeat instruction. See, I don't... Maybe we'll just jump into the next one, right, and do that. And try it at the beginning. Now the space says there's got to be an easier way to make this easier. There might be. I'm not sure if there is a way to do all of that a little quicker. You get area, cycles, and cost. You don't get charged for this thing down the bottom here, although cycles is basically it. Right, let's go tweet. Oops. Well, that didn't work. Add image. We're taking full advantage of Twitter today. Alright, then we click our way through here and we do the next bit. Y'all know how it goes. So we refined... Oh, wow, like that. We get a whole bunch now. Right, let's do face powder. So if we get stuck on one, we can remember to, like, jump ahead. Have you played SHENZHEN I. Zachtronics makes great games. They sent me that one as well as another one too. Exapunks. I asked for Exapunks in this one and they sent me 3. So that one kind of looked a little too difficult for me. But since we can at least check it out, then we might as well. By the way, what is that? Piston arm. Is that... Oh, wait. This one doesn't have the ability to retract and whatnot. Okay. It did introduce us to that. Wait, that's an unbonding. We want a bonding, and we want one of those. I just realised that because it only gives me one of these, I've got to think differently about how to do this now. So... I need 2 arms to interact off of the one thing. So one will start on and one will be queued up to go next. I don't know if these things can kind of like overlap, but we'll find out. So if that one rotates like that, it goes there. This one will have to do... Now, I don't think a piston arm would actually help me here. Or do I make a 2 like that? Then this one on the left has to... We have to find a spot for it to bring it back. Because it could go there, holding the thing, and I think the thing would then be like that. Now this makes me wonder, is there another spot like a length 2 or 3 arm could be to make it a little more compact? No, it doesn't look like it, does it? Anyway, I'm pretty confident we can do something with that. Let's test number 2 first of all. So we pick up, we rotate, and we drop. Okay, so it doesn't get changed. Then it goes back to the beginning. However, we might need some waiting to happen. Actually, let's add the drop command, because the wait, I think you can, yeah, you can create a little bit of waiting by dropping it further along. So now number 1, let's see what happens when it's also there. Okay, so if number 1 waits by us leaving a space, it picks up immediately after, rotates twice, and remember, it doesn't have to drop, so now it'll be bonded with the one we left. Okay, there's a collision when that one tries to pick up. That makes a lot of sense. It has to rotate first. And we're rotating in the wrong direction, so we'll go ahead and change that. Right, and notice how that's bonded, so we can go ahead and rotate again. And then if I tell it to return to the beginning, it should do so. Right, then it looks like there's no reason to change that. And you know, we're not up in the most niche area, but I feel pretty good about that. Let's have a quick look and think if we could have made that any better. I'm not sure. I reckon there's maybe a position. Or if you want to do it fast, maybe you just use a third arm somewhere. So if I put in another arm, that one could go back, then an arm. Okay, so let's get a little creative here. I think if you had that there and you got the timing right, then how is this done again? It's that shape initially there is going to get pulled. Okay, so maybe not that way then. Again, it's that shape, and it'll get turned to the side, which means it would then be there, like that. That's quite... Although, I think these things might collide. So, when the second arm, the first one that we placed, drops, that's when the next one picks up. And I don't know if it will allow them to overlap, so let's find out. Okay, so the issue there is that this one never drops, right? Oh, it's actually that bit there, isn't it? Yeah, so if I remove that and that, I think I might be able to just put that there. This one that's now picked it up. Has it got it? I think they're bonded and it's got it. So once the other one arrives, this might be a step too soon. Let's see. Yeah, it's a step too soon. And yeah, that counts. Okay. So that might just be slightly quicker. Now, I feel like number 2 could have gone back and picked up the other one, because number 1 waits for it. So, our cycle score isn't actually faster yet. So, the problem is number 2 needs to go a little quicker, I think. Can we do that? Nope. Oh, it moved everything forward, which might be bad. Maybe number 1 should go first? Does that work? Nope. I need a gap of 2. I need to remember that. Huh. Oh, now it's all falling apart. So it's not just number 2 needs to get like reset a little quicker, really, doesn't it? So what if I drag that back by 1 tile? Does that mean it goes back quicker? I think it does. That definitely felt quicker. Okay. Okay, cycle score is up. I'm just wondering, can it be made... If that one goes... It's this one here now. No, I don't think it gets any quicker than that. Because otherwise you introduce collisions. Alright. We did that with 3 arms instead of 2. I like it. If you use a multi-arm, you won't have to swing back to reset. That's very true. Let's try that on a future solution. Okay, so sending out another one. Okay, I'm tweeting. You know, if you want to get on Twitter and retweet, no one wants to do that. Van Art 21, thank you for 50 months of support. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hope you're enjoying it. Right. Let's try and make some waterproof stuff, apparently. You are tweeting the correct one this time. Oh, wait a minute. How have I managed to tweet the same one over and... God damn it, I've got to press that button they all love. How's that happened? It's putting the newest ones first. Ah. Oh well, God. How do I never notice these things? Right. Anyway. It is what it is. It is what it is. Mistakes were made. Right, we're doing multi-bonding now. Can create up to 3 bonds at once. Oh my word. Oh my word. It's getting complicated. There's our result. Here's our input. Got a feeling that might be useful. And it only gives us 2 regents. What about using... Oh my word, that thing looks mental. Yeah, I'm just thinking... You want to unload this one off quicker at the moment. Maybe use 2 arms, like they... That one rotates twice to this spot, while that one rotates to that spot. 1, 2, drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. That doesn't feel very parallel. If this thing is here... Okay, what if there's a... like a... No, what am I thinking here? Whoa! So that can go over to that spot. Because we got this thing here, it's never going to be able to... Unless... Can you all see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to find like a position. I don't think there is one. However, if that goes dum-dum, it's always going to be 3 and 1, isn't it? So maybe what we started off with was okay. I don't think there's... That being said, this way is... Hang on, that goes over to there. That's 1, and this is 2, wasn't it? 1, 2. That actually might be a little quicker. So those 2 fish them up there. Alternatively, I wonder if you can bond... Okay, this is a question for chat and the peeps that know what they're doing. If I push 2 items into there, can I then move that item into this and make it bond in a different direction as opposed to using that? Piston maybe, says Null of Space. Great thinking. Taubos says it's pretty hard to see what you're trying to do, but I'm enjoying thinking about puzzles myself. Peeps are saying yes. Okay, so that's one way we could do it. Let's investigate the piston. I'll try and make it clearer then. I'll try and make it clearer what I am thinking. So, if we use the piston, this arm rotates between those 2 spots, while this goes in and out like that. So if we can coordinate them, then we can quickly, like, load these things on. And then I might use a piston arm again, which, by the way, is expensive, to go bump bump all the way up there. So, number one, let's start. You do that, then you rotate. And that means the second one can then pick up and rotate. So then it needs to drop because it's not the thing that's going to push it across. That's not right. We're doing an extension here. So that one goes off, drops. Now the thing here is that I kind of want everything to work in an efficient loop. So I don't know if telling them to do that straight away is smart or not. Number 3 simply grabs and extends once, waits for this thing here to extend again, and then comes back like that. So where this could be more efficient is number 1. Yeah, that score don't look very good, does it? That score don't look very good. Also, I can make it look better by removing these, right? So, when we ask number 1 to come back to the beginning, it has to wait all this extra time but to get going again. Now, if we look at the amount of instructions between 1 and 2, it doesn't really matter which one goes first either. So maybe what I do is, rather than that, I tell it to rotate back. And maybe it starts a little bit quicker because of that. If I am to have number 2 start first, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to be slow. Okay, I'm going to ask number 2 to go first, just because this might play out differently than I think it will, right? That's where that one can start. So if we tell it to then shrink back to the beginning position, it's all ready to pick up. Why does this top one have all this waiting time here? I haven't, what's that about? There's all this space. Is it because of the bottom one? I don't understand this waiting space. Hey, we've got a ZF raid! Someone says compress the front of 3. Oh, possibly. Welcome, all the raiders. Very much appreciated. My mind is deep in the puzzle. We're playing Opus Magnum today. I always have to think about that because aren't records called your magnum opus? Right? They call Dark Side of the Moon a magnum opus or something. And it's the other way around. But yes, Curls of Doom, thank you for gifting a sub to Zedaf. Really appreciate you doing that. And Zedaf says, oh, brain game. Thank you again for the raid, my dude. I can barely say the title, let alone work out the levels. I'm sure you'd love puzzling. I don't know. With what you do in Minecraft, you strike me as someone that would enjoy puzzles. You know, with the redstone in. But maybe that's just because that's the way I look at redstone. I don't know. Ha, look, we missed that, right? So that don't work. It's definitely something that feels odd because I guess number 1 has to wait for number 3 to reset. But why does it have that extra space at the end? That's what I'm not understanding. Yeah, it's got this extra bit of space that appears. It's already. If I put that there, does it then? It still has that space. It has one extra space because it starts later. Oh yeah, it's like. I gotta do this step by step. Just confirm something, right? Like, nothing is happening in those two spaces. Weird. So, like, what if I were to then add in a sort of dud rotations like that? Did I just make my contraption quicker? I'm not sure that I did. I don't know. Cycles is 46. Right, so then we take out the dud rotations because it feels like it's longer the other way. Then again, if you look at the lines, they're actually... Yeah, okay, so I see what's happening. When it's highlighted over here, it's also highlighted here. So when that one... Yeah, it's actually completely in sync. Okay. Therefore, I don't really know how to make it faster than that. So we'll move on to the next one. I don't want to get too hung up on efficiency and stuff. I want to keep like learning and trying different things. So this time when I go tweet, let's hope I got the right image this time. It actually don't look like it. Okay. Okay. It's messing with me. It's put them in reverse order up until now. Now it puts them in... Oh, it's because it's alphabetical. Ah. Oh, God. So I'm going to have to actually pay attention to which one I'm tweeting. Oh, God. Effort. I assumed that they would be sorted by date, and they're not. They're alphabetical. Oh. Assumptions. Okay, hangover cure. Let's do this one. Y'all are putting the derp face in chat. Excuse me, I just used my brain smarts to figure out what was going wrong. Fiends! Complete and utter fiends. Okay, this time we're going to use the spinny thing. Okay, that's my objective. That is my objective. This might be a terrible objective for me. Thinking about how the bonding works, right? Maybe not actually, because they will need to take a different path. Unless we have like pick, and then they all drop, right? And then they would be in that shape. But the one that's different. Sorry, the ones that are different would be on the outside. So then if I put one of these things somewhere, they would all get changed using that methodology. So I think that this is actually not the way to go. So we'll try looking at this with, what if we had 3 arms all patiently waiting to yoink these out? And put them somewhere else. Where would they go? What if we spaced them like that? Or maybe they're further back. And then they can... See, they're immediately, like, torn apart from one another. And if I put that one there, that's not going to work out. Using this thing might kind of help to think about where they end up next. Like, what's the trajectory we're going to take? Are we going to be able to land them all? That one can go... No, it doesn't. It can go there. No, it doesn't work. It's like a different... You're thinking in a different dimension. It's so weird. Okay, I think I want to focus on the relation of... Yeah, that's not quite it. This thing could be a piston arm that pushes across to the middle, is what I'm thinking. So... Huh. Oh, okay, there's also this. There's just so many different elements to think with here. And like... if we had a piston constantly... Piston could do that twice or something. We've also got the triple arm, which can... and drop it off there. Oh, I like how that looks, but it's probably not it. Oof. Zona Warrior says, "Hi, this is my first stream. Welcome, welcome." Honestly, I think, you know, like today's stream is going to be an interesting one to watch because, or am I saying maybe not as interesting because this is just so. I feel like my brain is having to think in like a different, totally different way. It's like a square grid, I feel like would just be easier to work with, but because we're using this hexagonal one with rotation, everything is just a little bit, spectacular. I'm not trying to be efficient, I'm just trying to figure out a solution here. And think a little about it. See, not even that lines up the way that I want it to. Oh wait, if I put it there, it doesn't need to be a piston. So maybe what we'll do is have an arm that goes to there. However, we're probably talking about that. Doesn't really make sense either. Ooh, hang on. That would make up that component. And a piston arm there. See, that can't reach far enough. Plus it would go over the thing in the middle. Oh, how bizarre. Right, I'm going to read chat. Hexagons are bestigons though. This honestly looks extremely confusing, says Zonal Warrior. It kind of is and it isn't. Like, I feel like everything's simple, but it's the way it comes together that's just a bit like, whoa, like, what are we going to do here? Maybe if I stop trying to think so elegantly and just try and get something to work. So that could go, like, left to right. Now we want a position that's that... Oops, that to... Okay, what about a piston arm for the next bit? So... and at what point do you change? Maybe you transmute it later. Like, maybe we think like this. We're going to have a piston arm that... Because we can put 2 of these things down. So then we just want to get that into 3 different spots. Ooh, my brain just came up with something. Maybe even that. That's a bit mad. Would that really work? Ah, okay, so we talked about this earlier, but I think I can use 2 of those. Like so. Let's get rid of everything now that we're not using so we can focus a little more. Okay, so can we continuously drop these in and then have this thing push it across like that? Oh, it can't go far enough. Dang. Dang. So if I want to go with that methodology, we have to get... Pull instead of push, says Null of Space. That is a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Well done, sir. So, number 2. We'll pick up. Rotate. Now, it's got multiple things, so when I tell it to... Okay, yeah, I think this might be tricky because it's got multiple things that it can pick up and put down, but at the same time, rather than think about it putting it down straight away, why doesn't it pick up 3 of them, then put them down? They're now all in the correct spot, so it's at that point there that the second arm takes over, and it pulls in twice, dump, dump, and drops. Okay, so I gave it an instruction to pick up. Does only one arm pick up at a time? Is that how that block, well, that thing works? Let's have a look at the animation. They all lock in. They all pick up at the same time. So then it's unlocked. So therefore you need to drop and pick up again. Yeah, got it. Okay, so drop and pick up. That puts our little thing out of sync here. I think it's actually... Oh, let's give it a while. I think that won't work though. Yeah, that's fine. Now I'm noticing that this didn't bond. Is the error because those have bonded? Oh, hang on, let's read that error message again. They've bonded, but then those two bond. Bound atoms may not move in 2 different directions at once. What's the other direction? Okay, here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try moving those out and putting that in there. I feel like I'm not getting what's wrong. It's resetting loop 2 and picking it up. So do I want to make it wait, perhaps? There isn't really a wait command. Okay, so this thing, it didn't reset either, did it, really? Now, it doesn't actually need to reset like that, but it could keep going the same way around, but I don't think it's configured for that. Wow, that was really cool! Let's just go and continue editing, because I just noticed that our area score is dire, because I left these things in. And now let's do it. That was really cool! I like it. And I'm just wondering... So area was good. I think we might be able to improve the area score. This arm here doesn't actually need to be there. It could also be here. And then it would work with the exact same programming. I don't know if that would get us a better area score or not. It's a shame that the spinner can't just keep rotating. Yeah, I don't think... There's not like a wait function. Although there is that X thing over there. Let's continue editing for a second. So what's this one do? Yeah, I really don't understand those instructions. I'm gonna put it back because it looks cooler like that. Oh, so it's like making a product using the machines and stuff on the left, says Pizza. Yes, it's exactly what you're doing. You're making the solution. And then you get scores, so you can orient around being cost effective, the amount of cycles it takes, or the area. So that one was good for area. Let's record the GIF. And then this one was called... What was this level? Oh, I recognise the image anyway. Cool. Return to the menu. Where'd the music go? I need the music. I'll tell you what else I need. In a second. We're gonna go over to airship fuel. And y'all are gonna see the solution we got to come up with. We've got 3 of these. And are there any other new elements? Doesn't look like it. So have a little think. I am gonna nip to the loo. I'll be right back, peeps. Okay, while I adjust my desk to sit down, I've had a change of heart. I've had a sort of realization of what I want to do with the derp coin stuff today. So what I was planning was to make it interactive, but since Peeps kind of expressed a desire to hold on to the derp coin, and that it would be quite the challenge to balance this thing and get it to work the way that I wanted it to work, I've realized that the core of the idea is not so much the interactivity, it's how the animations add on to the stream. And there's little things that I do that you like that are fun to animate. And I had this idea of, oh, when someone gifts a sub, we could have a little animation of like a box falling on my head or something. I need to do that with more stuff. So when I say like nip to the loo, there's an opportunity there for me to hit a button and have little X, I don't know, pop up on screen and sort of run off or something, you know? Like, so if you followed the conversation about that we had the other day, I'm going to pivot to that now, and it will also save me a lot of hard work to do it that way, and probably a lot of money as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the animation thing so it's not a derp coin related thing. Then y'all can keep your derp coin. We can make the predictions on it a little more fun and interesting. Maybe we'll work with the mods and figure out how to make them those predictions more cozy or whatever. Anyway, let's get back into it. Talbot says, but what am I supposed to do with my derp coins now? Hoard them and... yeah, I don't know. Hoard them. Right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, I'm thinking that there's going to be rotations that slow down the production speed, and so that something here should use 2, and then the other thing should use 1. We have to send this thing through. Let's see, we've got... or essentially... because it gives you 3, it makes me look at it differently. Like, if we had 1 and 1, you could imagine us creating this thing like those 2 parts and then bonding them together with another one of these. But I think what we want to do is that, however, have the 3rd one push it through the middle. So how does the bonding... can that be made use of? How does the bonding work in that instance? Oh, I could see myself getting lost in this game. It just fascinates me, the many different ways you could approach this. Okay, so let's say we have... like, this thing's going to go 1, 2, boom, 1, 2, like that. That's the slowest part of production, probably. So that will create that part of the shape. That being said, it doesn't actually, because, well, when you... then you could, like, have something else move it over So then it's that shape. So that could be a... Hang on, I'm having trouble with this thing. There we go, that's scrolling it the wrong way. That could be that. I feel like this thing may be way more useful and I just haven't got used to it. So that can do that. And then it can let go. So those two get dragged around. This one pulls it across. We've only got the first two bits together here. Again though, this just has... This has something else doing the opposite, and then that third one isn't needed. So I could mirror that, and then something pulls it out. I think... Let's think... Let's now... Hang on, can I... Yeah, can I do that? I want to move over here. Let's now think with that as the end result, and a piston arm sort of going... Pushing it out. No, it doesn't quite work the way I'm thinking it does. That being said, we can use multiple things here. So that one go boom boom, and then piston arm on the opposite side maybe drags it in. But it needs to be bonded elsewhere. That's the thing. Maybe the... When it pulls that one over, it won't bond. If it pushes, it might just bond as it pushes over. No, because it's only going to pick up that, and that's going to be separate. Oh, God! Oh, dear. Her Waichta, thank you for 2 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thanks for using the Prime. We've got a donation here from Adesso saying, "Hi X, loving the stream so far. Would you ever play Outer Wilds? It's a puzzle, space, exploration, time loop game I think you really love. Maybe my favourite game of all time." Dude, I'll happily investigate, maybe add it to the list. But we're probably coming towards the end of Variety Month. I mean, well, January's almost over, right? I might do a little bit more in February, but I'm going to start shifting gears and whatnot and changing what I'm doing a bit. So thanks for the suggestion. Thank you for the donation. I'll be researching that one, but I can't make any promises at this point. Yeah, so... See a cab. I'm glad you've enjoyed us doing different games here. This thing, yeah, no, it doesn't go vroom, vroom. The other thing is you gotta think in terms of rotation a lot. So like, if I put 2 things in there and then turn it here, the shape is then like that in that spot. So if I have this thing doing all of that and then coming back round again, I'm aware it's a piston arm, by the way. So that shape, that creates this if we have this thing somewhere over here. And then when it rotates it, it needs to line up with... This is where that... Right, I'm using that to show you the shape in its new position. But that's where then it needs to meet up with the other thing and go there. You could use a piston to grab one of the atoms from a slow arm and then put it in one of the changes before returning it. Not quite sure what you mean. It's kind of hard to translate text to this. I mean, we haven't even programmed anything yet because I'm just not sure what the solution is. But say we start with this. Okay, that's going to be mirrored on the opposite side. I really want to make use of this. Like, the fact that we got a third one to me feels like there's something I'm not seeing. Like an arm can... And then you've got to move it through... different things. Oh yeah, this right here doesn't even consider that... Ah! Possibly. So then that's rotated to there. So what I'm thinking, what if this is like not mirrored, but sort of done somewhere else in tandem? What are we thinking? So like that. Again, I need another one of these markers to help me. Nah, that looks really inefficient. That doesn't look like it either. The one that's a slightly different colour, goldish. That, yes, that we have to run one of these things through one of those to do that. Anyway, let's say that one did it like that, as this one goes like that. So they're bonded, then it's rotated to there. It's almost like it's not the way I want to bond them. I want to bond them again with that one. So if I use that, oh. That makes it insanely difficult to do what I want to do. Oh man. I cannot think in these terms just yet. Okay, so let's go further back. I really think the rotational aspect of this is going to be really important. You see, when we rotate, if we get two placed together, which can't really be done by one arm. Can it now? Actually, no, it can. It can. So that's the way this would go dum-dum and do two. Like that. Then whatever moves that needs to run it through one of these. So let's say that's a piston arm that then goes like that. But if I used rotation, I would probably save space. So this thing fills up those. This is where two arms might be more efficient. So those fill up that. That rotates it here. The shape is now going to mean it occupies that space. So we would have built that part of it. Okay. I think I just have to start programming some of it now. Let's get rid of some completely unnecessary parts of all this and just focus on what we're actually doing for now. Oops, I deleted the product. Right, 3 is going to well, pick up and rotate. See, I really like to get like the whole thing in my head first. Doesn't really kind of work here, does it? Gotta probably start experimenting a bit so you can see, visually see where it's going. Oh, that was interesting. It might be kind of useful if it kept going again. So if we had, it's a shame you can't also edit at the same time. If we had that, I feel like maybe you could mirror that. and have them come into the same place. Bonsat360, thank you for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. We also got Zordak here for 7 months with the Prime subscription. And I see Callum in chat. Long time no see, my dude. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure a game like this will probably interest you, my friend. It's a brainy game, that's for sure. Let's get rid of this arm here. And let's just, I need to see that ending result again. So, if we then have another one here, I'm pretty sure if we can mirror that, then we've bonded, and then we need to move it somewhere else, right? Right, I'm going to flip this thing around now. Oh, wait a minute, is it actually the right rotation, though? No, it's not. So I need to flip it. I think I need to flip it. So it would then be these going the other way around. Yeah, now it matches that. So you can start to see where I'm going with this. And then we'd probably yoink that out into that space. So picture it like that, and then it goes here. So now what I want to do is flip this, which I'm not sure I can envision. Where is it flipping from? I think that's the middle. And I think, let's go down. I think we need that thing here. And let's play it again. Right, yeah, when it's like that, it will bond there. So the other thing needs to come in. I can't rotate it in my head. Usually I'm pretty good at, like, spatial awareness and rotation in my head and stuff, like. But this game, like, throws me off. Am I doing this, I'm wondering? Which would totally put it in the wrong place, right? So number 3 would knock it into that, and then it would have to go further around. So I think actually, is it done on a different axis? God, this is annoying. Okay, trying to see the relationship, right? Like, that comes in like that. So does that mean this arm is somewhere here? Got the two together. I can't visualize it because they changed pivot. So the end result is that our thing needs to be spun into that space. So it would come from there, right? So is that where it goes? Yeah, maybe it's not that it's mirrored. Maybe it just needs to do something similar in the same amount of cycles. Where's the return? All right, let's see what chat thinks about this. I can't imagine and manipulate 3D objects in my brain. Just can't. Simple ones, yes, but then it gets more complicated and goes blank. Yeah, well, that's what I'm having right now with this kind of thing. So we've got, like, the first bit's down. It's like, okay, this is making sense. We're off. What I really want to do is just pause it and be able to move other things around while that's there. Because we need to mirror that from somewhere else. So I got to kind of backwards recreate it. And as soon as I do that, it's like the vision is out of my head. But essentially, that one would have another one there, so it would have come from here. And judging... What are we doing here? This is a piston arm, by the way, so it's the wrong type of arm. That's like one across from there. It doesn't go through it. So it's gone... to there. My brain can't do this. So I think maybe I need to be touching this, like the other one was, but then I can't be because. So maybe the way that you flip it or mirror it is that you come around from here. So maybe we get away from the idea that we're mirroring it. I'm gonna delete that, by the way, because it's the wrong type of thing. So I've got to recreate those instructions down here. Dang it! I wanted to pause it. So we need the opposite shape rotating in from here. Therefore, we need something that rotates it into that spot with the two spaced out like that. So this must be where they bond. However, no, because I need that here. I definitely need that here, right? Yeah, I kind of think it's supposed to be rotating from over here to do the same thing. So let's just focus on getting like one of these rotated somewhere. Maybe it's here. Or maybe it's there. No. See, that would not rotate it unless it were like that. No, that shape wouldn't rotate. What shape am I rotating here? That would rotate correctly to there. Oh, hang on. I think I might have got it at last. Would that be it? That might be it. Okay, so number 3 will... What arm goes twice here? 2. Why does that not look right to me? Oh, it's because it loops. Number 2 loops. So I think what we should do is like actually add that in. The number 2 goes twice. So number 1 will now just sit there. Yeah. Okay. And I think if number 2 never lets go, it still works, interestingly. And if I put that there, it won't... Yeah, they'll conflict. So you kind of don't need the drop on that one, which means you don't need the grab. So, therefore, it goes a little quicker. Right, and then... What was this rotate again? Okay, that's because it went back to the beginning. So far, so good. It needs to drop and go back to the beginning. So then we need to mirror that. So number 2 is number 3. Okay, let's use the keyboard a bit here. So it will have the same set of instructions because we're doing the same thing again. And then this one has those. No, it doesn't work. Because it's quite a different setup, really. Okay. Can we make this more like that one? Probably not. So yeah, they do actually have to be quite different. So 4 probably goes first and needs to rotate twice. Then it drops that one picks up. Don't know if that's correct. Oh! 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 Progress! Let's put that there so it's super compact. Number 5. Oh, what was wrong now? Oh, it's actually... Okay, it can't go there because it collides. Fair enough. In terms of giving this, like, the smallest amount of space, blueprint space, I like putting it there because it feels more compact, so we'll go with that. And does it collide with the arm? It doesn't. Okay, so number 1 doesn't reset at any point. What if I tell it to reset straight away? It waits. Okay, so I think that also means that this arm here, number 4, just resets straight away. So we're at this step here, when those two drop, that arm number 5 comes in to pick up, contract, I think. And then I think if you put the end there, it will drop it. Oh, except I used the wrong way around, so that is contract. Oof! Finally! That took us quite a bit of time. Nice. Cycles was good. Area was good. Cost wasn't. Okay, right. We've got another tweet going out then. And that one was... What one was this? Well, I should be able to... There it is. It's airship fuel. Thanks for the GGs in chat, and thanks for sticking around. I think this game is quite a tricky one to stream, you know, so if you're not that entertained, you know, so be it. But for those of you that are, that's wonderful. I'm doing my best. It is tricky to think on stream. Curls of Doom says phew. Is that like a whew? Is that what I detect? This is my ideal kind of stream, to be honest, says Peasers. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Wow, what we got to do here? Okay, I think this is going to start with some swift experimentation, as we've got to run this thing through this right here, which doesn't that... This is getting advanced quick. I wish they'd have given us a few easier ones. It requires that stuff. Oh, I see. I was looking at this differently. Sorry, that's for that. That's part of the solution. And then this goes into here. Now, how many times is basically what I want to find out first of all. Let's go ahead and just engineer that. Oh yeah, got to do both. Got to do both. Actually, no. I think it's just this one that repeats, right? Oh, it makes it on that side. Okay, I'm totally forgetting how this works. Right. Okay, with that little experiment done, let's move this over here. So to me that says that we've got something... In fact, I might just be able to build it out of this. I'm kind of wondering if this might not be a bad place to... Just thinking about the different ways in which the blocks get moved about. And we need bonding. We need bonding. We need bonding elements. Let's grab a Maybe not a piston arm. Let's try and... So that thing could pull it off to there. And then that thing could get, you know, from somewhere here easily moved on to there. Then it would... See, I'm trying to think about how we get two of those out efficiently to go to either side. I think it involves rotating this, maybe. Are we being raided? Brisket, thank you ever so much for the raid. Second raid of the stream. Welcome all the raiders. Thank you again. I don't know if you're from the Opus Magnum community or maybe the Minecraft community. I appreciate the raid. And welcome everyone. We're playing a deep and difficult puzzle game that I am learning doesn't translate particularly well to explaining what I'm thinking on stream. But that's sometimes the way these things go. So, if I drag it out to like, if I drag it out by 2 points, that's why I'm thinking with the long arm. I'm seeing what my brain's doing now. The only issue is, well, that's maybe doable. Then this thing would need to rotate. So let's say that's a bonding thing. How do I get that to fully rotate? Oh, do you know what? These things can... I've completely forgotten that they can crank left or right. That could literally just crank it, wait for a second one, and then move it into, like, the solution bit. So, this arm brings it there to there. That one cranks it. Second thing drops in. Now, does a piston arm do the cranking thing? Number 5, number 5, number 5. Crank the rotation on number 5. It does. So, if this were a piston arm, it could crank... Oh, if I'd have thought about cranking it last time, that would have changed the puzzle. Got to keep all the elements in place. ZachL16, thank you for 7 months. Loving Variety Month. I'm glad you are, my dude. It's been a lot of fun, right? I need to drink some water over here. Brisket probably can't answer if we're in 10-minute follower only in chat. Are we? I didn't know it was follower only chat. It might be. I probably set that up ages ago. The discount is available until the 3rd of February, by the way. Is there a discount on this game? Reading back through chat, I don't see anything else related to that. Starting to get a little chilly actually in this room. Tends to happen in the evening when I'm just sitting down, not moving about. So, that is in sync to bring those in. This thing cranks it around, pushes it across. I've missed out one thing, which is that we need that going there. So now I look at this and I think, pretty compact. Probably can't do too much more there, right? That's a pretty ace. Unless I want to get... Just wondering if there's another way to compact it all here. If I do that... Oops. Oh, it doesn't reach that one. Actually, it's got to reach... Hang on. It's got to... So if I go here... No, I can't... Okay, I'm losing the compactness, so... Wait, am I taking it from the right spot? Doesn't it change the one on that side? I think it changes the one on the opposite side, actually. Maybe this arm would be better suited somewhere over here. So it puts that element, which is our upgraded thing on that side. Would that mean this thing needs to go here? And that one does the crank. Okay, I think that's everything in place. Let's remind ourselves of how this works. So, here's another thing. Number 5 can also do the job of number 3, but it wouldn't be... Haha. I'm going to go for speed on this one. That one would start there. So number 3 will rotate. Well, it'll pick up and rotate. Bring it down to this spot. So number 4 needs to pretty much do that straight away. Need to use the keyboard again. Error! I think something is trying to rotate there is all. I just realised the piston arm could also drag it back, but then what's going to move it across? Let's go ahead and tell number 5 at that point that it's going to pick up and crank this thing. Starting to see that this might be slow. Okay, so number 4 started... Oh, wait, I got it totally wrong. Number 5 does that. What have I missed? Number 4 doesn't drop. Oh, it's because they're going back to the beginning. We need to set up like a thing like this somewhere, I think. Oh. Yeah. Just move that there. And then it's not allowed to collide with those. Yeah. Okay, slight problem. Take number 4 away. And I guess we'll replace it with that. Which makes our thing a little less efficient, I guess. Okay, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Uh-oh. Needs to rotate the other direction now. Atoms may not collide. Right. Which makes me think, put this somewhere else. Wait, didn't we had this... So, if I put number 4 like that, and then... Does that work? No, I gotta really clear the area, don't I? With the whole rotation trick. Huh. So if that one goes there... So that one comes down, goes back. This doesn't... No, this does give it room to rotate that way. So then I think that needs to be there. And that actually makes it more compact. But we just flipped everything. So number 3 probably still does what it does. Okay, but then... No, it's this one that needs to be rotated. God, okay. That'll put it on the wrong end. So if that one's going to rotate, this one's got to put it on. Best way, so it's going to... It's going to be on that side. No, that's it needs the extra space. And then that being rotated to... That puts it on the wrong way around. So it really does need to be that does the rotating. And then this needs to come from somewhere that means it can't clash. Which maybe is just, again, sort of losing efficiency and compactness a lot here. Maybe that one just pushes in. This thing turns... I don't like it. It doesn't feel very compact. Is X aware that piston arms can rotate as well? Yeah, the piston arm is doing the rotation here. Which maybe it shouldn't. So if I put it that way around, the rotation here, it's going to be ugly. No, it's not. So there, it's on the outside. Then it can rotate and get pushed in. It's going to be like, feels like it's going to be really slow and efficient. Inefficient. That would also need to go there. Not really sure I like this, but okay. Oh, I guess we wouldn't need number 4. Number 3 could do all the work, couldn't it? In which case, could it actually come from over here somewhere? So that one puts it there. Oh, that looks better. Oh, no. It also needs to grab, and it can't go that far. If I put it like that, that one doesn't drop it into the right spot. Okay, so that's going to go there. It's going to rotate this direction, and then there's nothing to move it up. Priskip says, is X trying to optimize for cycles? I don't know, I'm just trying to solve it. Like, I find my brain is really struggling to adapt to this sort of, the relationships of different aspects. What I would really love to be able to do is to, like, play the cycles and pause and then move things around. I need to, like, see where things are, and because I can't do that while it's paused, it's making it quite tricky for me. I'm thinking also this might be throwing me off a little bit. Like, if I put that there, so bring that across, this thing maybe pushes it, puts that in, then it's like the longest rotation. Actually, it's not that long. Round to there. So this one starts by putting that drops in, it rotates, the next one drops in and it goes across. That looks pretty good. It's quite reliant on one arm. It also makes me think that then this should probably be shorter and then the whole thing is way more compact. I'm sure we're going to discover a problem with this in just a second. So 1 and 2 will set up. 3 is going to pick up, rotate and drop. So the beginning is all good. So number 4 now needs configuring. The first thing it needs to do is pick up, extend, which I think is W, but sometimes it feels like it's the other way around. Yeah, then it drops, then it rotates. Okay, right, it doesn't actually need to drop and pick back up again. I wonder if that first rotation can happen a little earlier. Yeah, it can. Right, let's stop. As number 3 needs to go twice, right? In fact, they all need to go twice. That one's got 2 loops on it. So I guess we're saying go back, pick up, that way again, drop again. Is it me or did the first one... Oh no, it did it. Okay, so number 3, after going here needs to do the same thing, go that way. Then you need to pick up, rotate back, and then drop. Okay, this one extended because of that. It needs to extend at that point in time. I wonder if we can just... Actually, no, I've got a feeling we need to keep them all like that. And then maybe that's it. Maybe the loop then fixes it. Cleo, thank you ever so much for the raid. Oh, we've been raided 3 times today. Welcome all the raiders. The Thinky says, oh my god, perfect timing. Yeah, you've joined us right as we've solved just the most difficult puzzle yet. We're doing Alchemy, I believe. with pistons and rotating Xisumatwo's. Look at that, that's the solution. Okay, very average score actually, but the area's good because I like the compact, you know. Welcome everyone, welcome on in. How's the stream, Claire? What were you up to today? Minecraft or something else? Right, we're also doing this thing where I tweet out the solution. So the game creates a tweet and then over on Twitter I just send out the image. Which is kind of fun, kind of different. What was this one called again? Precision Machine Oil we just did. Let's tweet that out. I've been going for almost 2 hours. And we've done... I don't know how many puzzles, but we're getting to the tough ones now. Oh, The Sims. You know what? I really like The Sims. I played that like a long time ago. It's a cool game. I used to love making houses. I'd just put in the cheats and then build my own house as like a house architect. Oh, Sigma's Garden has a different icon. What is this? It's a game. You never played Sigma's Garden? You put the marbles in a certain pattern and... they're elemental proxies? Okay, they've gone on a tangent now. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. What is this? I can click new game. I've got 0... What on earth is this? We've got a win one game to continue. Optional. I got no idea. Well, let's start playing. Okay, I'm gonna... Is that how many tiles are out there? It's telling me it's the corresponding amount of tiles. And what does that mean? Oh, there's instructions. Okay. Solitaire mode, says Briskip. Oh, solitaire. I played a little solitaire on a grid with little pegs before. Your goal is to clear the board, set a marble free, and then pick a matching marble to remove them both from the board. A marble is only free if it has 3 contiguous empty spaces next to it. I think I'm starting to understand what it means. Yeah, okay. Luckily, spaces off the board count as empty spaces. Matching combinations? They match... Right, so these are grouped together. Salt matches with any of the cardinal elements with itself. Okay, little bit lost there. We'll figure it out as we play. They only match with the opposites. And the metals match with Quicksilver. But only if the order of the transformation leads to gold. Huh. This has got some high-level thinking right here. Okay. What did it say about freeing them again? I think I can mix and match these, right? So... do I put it on the... Wait, I don't drag? Or do I click here? Do I just click new game? Right. That randomized, but the same amount down here. So how do I place... or am I... Oh, click and then click down here, maybe. So... actually, I think the ones that you can currently unlock are highlighted, maybe? Maybe that's how it works. So, if I click it... I'm not understanding these controls. So I can't drag. What did I miss here? What did I miss? There's like a click and a drag effect. Oh, okay, so... Dang, I can't figure it out. King BTF, thank you for 5 months. Aye, caught a live stream. Cool, glad to have you with us here. Yeah, thank you for 5 months. You select 2 marbles on the board. Oh! I think I moved it like... Dang it! I did something and now I don't understand what I did. Let's go a new game. We're gonna click, click, click until something happens again. Right. I'm gonna click that one and then this one. I don't know why that worked. I don't know what that meant in relation to those instructions. So you pair them. You pair them. Wait, let's go back. New game. So I compare, that looks like a tough start actually, but I compare this with that, right? And that's probably the only move I could make, although I don't really understand these later ones. So then these have to go in order. That can be paired with that, right? Yep. But you've got to pay attention to how many other ones are around it. So both of those can be unlocked. I think basically the one that it's showing you means you can unlock it. Or not. Those should be paired together, right? So I have to pair the same type. Not... I thought I could pair them differently. Let's go back to the instructions. So it doesn't mean any of those types. Salt is the... I see. Salt is the one that can go with any of those. Okay. It reminds me of that game, is it... Now I'm going to say Mojang. Because... Mahogang or something? Like, I can picture the word on, you know, on the old Windows desktop back in the day. Windows 95, 3.11. This like tiled... Mahjong, says 4Guild. That's it, Mahjong. It reminds me of that, what I'm looking at the moment. Okay, so I kind of want to look for the H element, I think, which is sort of near to this one. So we'll go and do that move. Oh, and that's probably game over, isn't it? Let's go back to the pairing thing. So, do I pair that one and that one? Oh no, that's salt. Oh, salt can keep me going. So... that will unlock the green one. Then those two... Ah, there you go. Now I will go for this one and that one. Oh, that didn't do what I thought it would for some reason. Why did I think that? Because I'm not looking at it from the perspective of that. Okay, let's do that. That's a bit of a dead-end move, really. We've got 2 salts here, so that's going to unlock some more stuff. I'm going to go like that. And then green to green. Because this is the first one. I want to do that. Right. I think you've got to do them in that order leading up to the end. So you've got to pair those with that in those orders. Right. And also, you might want to think about the amount of salt. We have 1 salt and we have 2 green. And if I pair those 2 together, I think we only unlock the red one. Yeah, that actually, now that looks more... Oh god, it's not... Oh, my Wally, it's not the same type. And that will probably be the end of the game. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Fascinating. I'm getting to grips with it. I hope you all follow me. So I'll try and explain a little bit more as we go. Let's start off with pairing these 2 together, because they only pair together. This will unlock that additional tile because it only had 3 adjacent. However, that one only has 2 adjacent. I don't know why it stays locked. Let's go back. I must not recognise. Oh, it's that one there. You have to get these in order so that one stays unlocked. Right, so H is the first one we want to go for. If we take away that, we probably unlock this one. Pair it with that, we unlock that. That's the one that we have to do with H. H is over here, so we probably want to start chipping away in those directions. So I'm going to go like this. I thought that would have unlocked one more for some reason. It's going to take me a while to get used to this, isn't it? I'm going to pair those two and then those two. And we haven't got H yet. That's kind of it. Wow, okay, no, I'm not very good at this. But a couple more rounds and we'll probably get somewhere. So, we're going to have to pair salt with something. Which would unlock only that one there. Down here it would only unlock this one. So it would probably make more sense. Although if I went here, we'd unlock reds, and then I could do red to unlock that, and then there's that H as well. I could play a game like this for ages and just get lost in it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this move. Yep. Nope, it's the wrong colour. I thought it was the other colour. Start again. When they're faded out, I'm struggling a little bit to distinguish what colour they are. That's not good. We've got no salt, so we only have 2 moves available to begin with. Let's just take both of those moves and then move on. That being said, we now have a multitude of moves. We want to get H. We want to get that thing unlocked and H pretty quickly. I'm assuming is the strategy. So we do need to chip in at these. Right, therefore I think I will... Might be wise to unlock the salt, but then I'm going to have to use it straight away. This though will unlock a red one. And the red one will unlock another red one. Okay, and then that's going to mean the salt will go with the red one, and that gives us another salt. So quite a few options there, but those two cancel each other out, so we'll take that. Okay, now we've got 3 of these unlocked for the metals, and H is the first one that we need to get. If I pair those two together, then we get the green, which unlocks an up arrow, but that's kind of it. It unlocks 2 up arrows. We don't have a down arrow to pair it with. I'm not sure how far ahead you're supposed to think playing a game like this. Over here we can only unlock green and reds. It kind of looks like I got to do that for the reds, this for another red, and then I didn't look that far ahead. Ooh. I think we... No, we're still just about in it. We're at the mercy of the boards. Yeah, and then it's game over. Wow. This looks really tough. I don't know if my strat... Right, chat. There's an achievement for winning 100 games of this. I may have that achievement, says Yom too. Well, Yom, you'd be informed to answer my next question. Is this a very tough game, or am I just not figuring out the strategy yet? It's fun, says Taubar. Yeah. I wonder if there's more mini-games. I like this. So obviously you got that option, but then this can go with any other. Notice how the layouts are often symmetrical. This to me feels like it's going to be harder to work away. You've got to come in from the edges. So maybe we'll try and do that. So H down here is obviously a good one. So if I went green and green, we wouldn't unlock... Actually, we'd unlock that one, and I forget what that does. That's the hardest metal, so... That salt is going to be a valuable move, but it's actually... Going there would unlock a red, which we do have, and then that would unlock a green. So let's go that way and... Oh, it didn't unlock the red. Dang it! But we got another salt. So if I go salt to green... No, I want to go salt to red. Wait, I thought it would unlock that one, but of course it wouldn't. Luckily for us, those two cancel each other out. Now we got H, and we got one of those. I don't know that we want to play that straight away. When I remove that, the one next to it is freed up. I could also choose to play a different combination. I don't know how that would help me though. Getting rid of that one would unlock salt. So I will go from here to here for now. That allows us to take H off the board. Maybe we don't do it straight away because it doesn't really unlock anything else. What we probably need to get out of there is some down arrows. What's after H? This one here, which is located... Where are you located? Oh yeah, let's get that answer from chat. It's a very tough game at the beginning. Really tough at first. So, do you think it's one of those like steep learning curves where you start to figure it out? It's kind of relaxing compared to the main game. Yeah, it's definitely a little more linear. You know, you just keep making little decisions. The Thinky says, ask a question of chat, doesn't look at the answer. Well, that is rude. Here I am looking for the answer. There isn't really any other mini games, but there is different versions of Sigma's Garden you can unlock later that has quintessent marbles. Oh, cool. Okay. Remember, you can also match salt with salt. Salt is dangerous to play with because if you decide to match it with the default element, you have to match another salt element with the same type later. Yeah, you got to kind of like balance it out, haven't you? Okay, let's continue then. I don't think we'll play too many more of this. I want to get back to the other puzzles. So going there to there will unlock another salt. It doesn't... actually, no, it will unlock 2 more elements. Elemental things. We were looking for the next one after H, though, which I didn't actually spot. And I'm continuously scanning. There it is. It's that one there. So we probably need to get a down arrow. So I think... Oh, no, that didn't unlock more. 4. Why am I having a hard time figuring that out all the time? We could match salt to salt, as was suggested, which would unlock 1 green. Let's try that, because it also gives us that. Ooh, that wasn't good. That was not good. Maybe I want to use this one down here and get that one unlocked. So then I use it with this one. So like green to green there. Now we use the H. Because we're running fast out of moves. That one's just on its own. So using it doesn't do anything. I think we're over. I think we're over. Dang, what a toughie. Okay, right. One more game. That looks really difficult, that layout. Just instinctively thinking, this don't look too kind. It might make it a little easier to know when you're going to unlock them, right? Like, greens to surrounded. So we can get that, which is one of the higher metals. We don't have a down arrow. We need H. H is over here. Oh, wait, there you go. So that to that gives us H. H will make a good move to get off the board, but it's about what else do we want to do with these things. So after H comes that one, which is over here. So we probably want to chip away this way down, which looks really tough because that is going to be used to get rid of this. So I've got to eat in to these other things. So we've got that one coming up, and I've got this over here. So I kind of want to unlock a red, which I can do by removing this. And just looking ahead, there's a lot of colourful ones there. My gut just tells me this is going to be a little easier on us. So now we can chip away at that. However, we need another red immediately. I'm seeing the moves start to run out quickly, although we do unlock them a little bit. So we need to get rid of that for this. And there is another one of those over here. Now the question is, Want to go with this one or that one? I kind of want to go those two because the up and down arrows. That's going to be a tough one to unlock. So I think let's get a salt going. 2 salts, so we got some options. We can pair the salt with the red one for the meantime, can't we? Which I think we're going to have to do because we're probably going to end up using one of these other ones. So I'm going to go with that pairing so that we can pair across this way. Right, and I'm just going to follow the colours for a second and do that. Might not have been the best move. So I could pair those two. That would unlock green, which would give us another green, and then we wouldn't have the right... I think I lost the game. Do those things don't pair together, do they? No, of course they don't. Yeah, I think I fluffed it then. Because I need another green. Wait a minute. No, that. No. I thought this would work. Why did I think this would work? Okay, interesting decision. Or choices. That's, you know, that's a given. It's this or this one. So we get green and nothing else. Those two would give us red. I think it's game over. That's it, isn't it? Shouldn't it tell you when you've lost? Because you can't pair those together. I really want to play one more game. I'm going to go for one more. What do you reckon, peeps? Okay, that's a very different layout that might make it easier for us. It really does look like some of these would be easier to unlock. It's your stream, lol, says Lucaro. I know, but like I say, oh, one more. Just one more block. And then people are going to be like, you said you were done with this. It's actually only one move to begin with. And is that it? No, red is the one other move I can make. I don't even know if you're like if you can actually... Is every game winnable? Maybe not every game is winnable. Right, so that one would pair with this, and we don't have another red one on the board, but we would unlock a salt. I think I'm going to go with... Well, no, sorry, we've already got the salt, so it's green or red. What do I want to unlock next? If I go with green, then we're on to that colour. I think I'm going to follow the colours a little, instead of thinking too far ahead. Right, and now we've got... I thought that these two colours were the same. Got to pay attention to that little line going through it. What is that one? Oh, that's that metal there. So we've done H. The next metal is right there. So I'd need to chip away at this. Got a stubborn old metal here. We would get the up arrow. And the down arrow is over here. So I'd have to use salt somewhere here. I think... Uh-oh, big mistake. Big mistake. That does not work. Haha. Struggling to actually... No, wait, look, that one's got 1 around it. Why is it locked? That one's got 3 around it. Why are they locked? Am I missing something here? That should be unlocked, right? Keen, BTF, thank you for the cheers and the biddies. Do you make your own mockers or buy them? If you make them, what's your recipe? I have made a homemade one. It's just coffee and then just put in a few spoons of chocolate powder. That's it, really. Otherwise, I have them from the sachet or get them at the store, which I always like the most, but they're probably the ones with the most caffeine and sugar. I had one this morning before my workout, and... like, when I work out fasted in the morning, usually I'm pretty good with it. And today I felt like maybe the sugar came into my body, It gave me all that glucose energy, and then when it ran out, it felt like I was like struggling to get energy. You know, I don't know. It's interesting experimenting with using caffeine. I think I might buy a caffeine supplement and try ingesting it that way and seeing what it's like, because then you don't get all the sugar with it. Or just have coffee black, which I don't think I could do. This will be it. This will be the last one, I promise. I promise. I'm not even going to think too much this time. Or maybe I will. No, I'm definitely going to go that way around to begin with. So doing that to here wouldn't really unlock anything, would it? These things are like nastily locked together. Oh yeah, are the games always winnable, or like is it actually random if you can win or not? I thought you went decaf, says Talbar. Yeah, I did like I don't know, well over a week. Total decaf. Didn't feel any withdrawals from the tea. Drinking decaf tea was just the same as drinking caffeine tea, and then I was using coffee for my workouts. I'm gonna go this way around. It seems sort of stupid. I don't know. It all looks tricky. No, okay. I'm not reading the game very well. I think I might play this off stream and see how I get along with it. Where's the next down arrow then? There's one there, and there's one locked away in here. Also, where's the H? We haven't ever gotten further than the H, really, have we? I'm just going to take those two off. It's only going to give us a red. Why did that one then unlock? Because it's the next one. Oh, that's probably why it was locked last time, because it's done later on. Hey, look! What did I just say about not getting further than the H? We've now got further than H. The next one is right there. So I'm going to take those two off. And then I think it makes sense to do that. However, it's the same type again, actually. So if I do that, they're just next to each other. So maybe hold on to that for a second, because now we've got the down arrow. So I've given myself an option. The next one's here. Hey, this is definitely our better going game of all the games we've played. See, I've left myself those two. Now I can use one of them up here. Right, and then after that one... Now the question is, do I want the salt or not? Because if I do those two, I get a green, and then I'll unlock... Oh, I think the salt is going to be necessary. I'm just not sure when. What's the next one again? It's that one there. I feel like this might be it. This might be it. Okay. Dang. So using this one is not going to help us at the moment. So maybe we're patient with that. This will unlock the red and another salt. And then we'd have 3 salts. And I'd have to start using them. It kind of looks like I just have to start using the salts. So I'm going to do that first. Oh no, we didn't unlock that one. It's got 1, 2, 3. That's not a salt, is it? That's one of the later elements. Dang, okay. Now I could cancel the salts out and get absolutely nothing. So that's not the move to make. We can get a down arrow, sorry, an up arrow with a down arrow locked further away. And if I use that to red, then that one to that one, then I'm going to have to use the salt again. Oh, this is looking very, very tough. Alternatively, salt to this one, red to that one, that gives us another salt. I think I'm going to do that first of all. Okay, that's actually the next element. So the question then becomes, which one of these do we want to use? Well, We're probably going to use the next thing after immediately. Actually, then there's one up here. Okay, so I think the order we pick these in is important. Or not, because I'm going to kind of use all three in sequence anyway, right? Which leaves me with that one and one more of those. So where is that? Where is the one more of those? Is it me or is it not on the playing field? That one for that one. This one for that one. Then that one for that one. Then I need one more. Where is it? Am I blind? You don't need it for the gold. Oh, okay. So we just knock that out now. Like, there's not really anything to it. We just take care of that. Dang. Okay. Okay. Now, I could do those, but I got a feeling it might be smarter to wait. If I do that, this isn't going to change anything. If I get rid of that, we unlock the green. Green to green's really going to free it up. So I'm thinking we're going to go those two. Then I need to use salt and red again later on. Ooh. Oh yeah! Woo! GG's in the chat. I just got an achievement, peeps. Oh, that was so satisfying. That was so satisfying. Love it. Love it. Really nice little distraction in the middle of this game. Woo! No, I'm not playing a new game. Or am I? No, I'm not. Oh, that was good. That was awesome. Health tonic is up next. Now that we've completed that game, we're going to make a health tonic. What's going on here? So, oh, I see. So I need to attach two things. Wow, let's get back into it. So, what I'm seeing is not a lot of commonality. Like, if that moves there, then that will bond all of them together. We only have one of these. So maybe we go for speed here and we have two arms. The only thing then is that we're probably going to encounter some collisions. So something pushes them over. This might be a good shout for let's see. This thing right here. It's not what I want to do. I want to go like that. Let's change the position. So it goes there, then here. That's the bit where it's gonna getting it out of there will collide. Just look at the shape, right? Immediate collision. Okay, let's try something totally different. Let's delete some of these elements. I just want to think very differently this time, and we'll approach the puzzle in a different way as well. Let's start by grabbing it and rotating it, right? So this time we're going to go for a more practical approach of just trying to solve it by playing. I wish spacebar. Wait, all products must be placed. Does that mean I've got to do that? Yeah, there you go. Does spacebar just start it? It does. Okay, cool. So that's going to have that there after it's rotated it once. Those three blocks are there. Okay, okay. So then, let's say that the bit that does the bonding, oops, is there. So it's going to rotate it, so it's like that. It's going to flip it. Oh yeah, so then we need like another rotation. So something puts it on, then something's got to rotate it. Into that? Let's have a think. Yep. But then it's going to be like that, and then moved, and then like that, and then the end product there. Dang, okay. So that thing rotates, then it puts it down, and then we'll forget all about it. Right, so while that happens, we need... There's probably going to be more collisions, isn't there? There's probably going to be more collisions. Number 2, we'll do the same thing, basically. Pick up, rotate, put down. Okay, then we want it to rotate back as well. Yep, good start. Now, let's go for a piston arm. Hang on a minute. Didn't I say it would rotate again? What way is that rotating? It's going to... It needs to pivot this way and then go across. When it pivots that way... What's changing it is really important. Or is it? It needs to rotate and move it on by 1. So that, at this point, should pick it up and rotate it. But we're rotating it. Okay, I'm definitely going to put some of these markers over to stop the first one, but that's when the second one needs to have kind of repeated itself again. Something like that. Let's see if I've got this correct. Yeah, almost. That thing comes in a little quick. So the rotation was good, then we need the extension. And that's when this thing needs to arrive and put it down, I think. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Okay. Then just extend again, I guess. And that might be it. Okay, step by step here. Rotate. Push. Push again. Is that its maximum extension? Wait. If it is... Are we at the beginning? Hang on, does it ever collide with that space? It would, however, if we swap... those two... I feel like I've got to be missing something. Nope. Wow. We have done that a fair bit quicker by not trying to be super compact, right? And thinking about rotation. That's put us in the average, but better on the area for some reason. I like it. This is going to get tweeted. Are you ready, you Twitter fiends? Oh, X. Oh, please tweet it out, they said. Nah, no one said that. No one said that. What one was this one? Health tonic, yeah. Here you go. There's a drink called Black Eye. It's a double espresso with a black filter coffee if you really need to be hit hard one day. I should experiment with it. Like, my experiments have been rather tame. So one day, I think I might just buy some caffeine that I can like mix into a regular drink and see how that helps. But probably won't do that for a while, as I'm going to go back to like my regular working out soon. What we're going to do, click over here, skip through all this. Opus Magnum GIFs are so fun to watch, says Noun Beast. They are. I wonder if I could do something with it once we finish playing the game. Maybe I could put more on my website or something. That could be cool. Okay. We now got to make that. Oh, dang diddly dum doody. Let's see. I can kind of see that one being rotated to like either side, right? I tend to think, I think this game like lures you a bit into thinking particular ways, right? Like I want to go, oh, that'll rotate over there and then it will get pushed up, but like no. Then everything's going to be in the way of everything else. So you've got to use space a bit differently here. Now, the annoying thing with this is this setup. Got to get that going again. I wonder if we can do it a little different. Since this is possibly going to be slow, I was wondering if we could set this up differently, like have it do that. Issue is, it needs to create that thing there. Right, let's set it up. So we're going to go pick it up, go to that side, drop it off. 1, 2, pick it up. That side, drop it off, and you're back at the beginning. Oh yeah, it's actually going to be different when it comes back to the beginning, so it needs to do it twice. How many times did it do it? Yeah, so we need to program picking it up again. Where am I? On the keyboard there. Rotating, dropping off. That'll put it back at the beginning. Now, if it's the right amount of cycles for everything else to get put into place, then we could leave that running on one arm. So then you've got to move this in. How are we going to get all of that gelled together? Just having a little think. So let's get a piston arm in, maybe. Again, probably need to think with rotation, but the piston arm is kind of easy. I think we need to get something entirely different going here. So that's going to like rotate to that shape. I think rotating it off the edge into different positions probably doesn't have a lot of advantage here, because it's going to take up like a lot of floor space and a lot of movement around. I think it's far more likely you're going to pivot off the middle and move it across. So if this were a piston arm, it can't do it from that side. In fact, it can't do it from any side, because then it bumps into itself. Let's go like that. So then, oh, it's always going to rotate from the middle. Great. So then the alternative is to go that way around, and you end up with it there. Okay, okie dokie. This is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Push that up and rotate it. And then something could maybe pick it up and rotate it again. I could rotate it from a distance, couldn't it? So I could spin it around like that, and then yoink it in by 2. So if we think about where it gets melded, like one can pull it out there. The next one can rotate it and pull it out here. It's just about melding it with that thing in the middle then. As this structure itself, if we only move things out by 1, where are we going to be able to... That's the other thing, isn't it? Okay. Now that rotation can actually take place with the arm at that length. So this could be completely outside. Picks one up, spins it around, knocks it there. The first one needs to be moved over. Right? Gets dropped in. Okay, I'm going to think rather literally here, I think. I can go there. Maybe it doesn't actually bond. One from the other side can then pick it up and spin it, right? That can then flip it that way, which might collide with something here. So it'd have to rotate partially. Bring it to there. Problem is, it's very... Maybe the timing will work out that it can take advantage of that space and then it can be dropped here. But at which point... What's going on there with the fusion, right? Passes it over to this one. Can't fully rotate until it's back there, but if then that's empty... Then, and see, I don't like the way I'm thinking with pistons on this one, but then we can do that. So, that's then going to end up with this here, and if it starts... Oh my god. So if it starts like that, then the end result... I really think that working with rotation might be smarter. Cad Spen says, my favourite solutions are the ones that drop my FPS from 144 to 20. On a game like this, can that even be done? Okay. I want to think about that rotation mechanic a little more. Like, you can rotate like that, and then... So you flip it from... I should probably, when I do this, actually have an arm nearby, right? So... If that thing spun it, it would go that way. If I went the other direction... From there, it would be here. I think I'm just gonna find it easier to think about it this way, right? And we've kind of come up with most of the steps. This thing flips it around. Let's get programming here, because that really helped last time to actually get it in motion. So while that takes place, we've got to fit in this thing getting passed across to the other side. So 2 needs to pick up. It needs to extend, drop, at which point number 3 needs to pick up, rotate, which is that one, and I don't think it needs to, I probably can rotate twice, then pull in, see what that does. Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. So I guess that one now needs to push out twice. Oh, that actually works to have it drop and pick up at the same time. Interesting. So it looked like the timing was almost there. Yeah, let's do another rotation and see if it lets us do that. Yeah, it does. At which point we need to pull it in again. So it's just at that moment where it pulls it in that this one needs to arrive. Number 4 actually needs to be set up, ooh, like this. So number 4 is going to pick up somewhere around here. This will just be a bit of an experiment for now, I guess. Oh yeah, the element has to be ready, doesn't it? So this thing here is kind of slow, which means we might have to ditch it in favour of... Okay, let me watch the beginning of the animation. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take number 2, which extends twice. It's then going to do a rotation, so that that one doesn't have to. Okay, I need another one of these. It'd be nice if you could change their numbers, because you kind of like want to group them together a little bit. Oh! Like that? Oh! Oh, there's always something. There's always something. See, that then means that I gotta go put, like, another thing somewhere else. Oh, this, I tell you what, this one could do it, couldn't it? It's almost like it's part of the equation. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Let's reevaluate number 1. So yeah, number 1 ain't gonna do that anymore. Right, okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So number 4 is going to pick up, extend, and drop, and then come back. Okay, at which point it means that this one doesn't need to do those steps. It comes back, picks up, it rotates out, it drops off. Right, yeah, you wouldn't need to come back and do that again. What am I talking about? That one would then stay there and wait, basically. Let's try that again. Need to do it a step at a time. Right, so what's number 1 doing? It's rotating back, then it's going to pick up. Okay, so I made a mistake there. That should be that way around. Okay, it drops off. So now it's here that this one needs to pick up. Actually, it should have already done that. Well, I'll make it do it the tile before. It's going to extend out, and then it's going to drop off. So the timing there is probably not going to be all that great. Okay, so there's that rotation, yeah. I've got a feeling then it's going to get away from it, yeah. There's another problem here. Dang it. This doesn't work at all. Right. This doesn't work at all. I'm going to change up our methodology. Now, that's actually terrible. Or is it? Oh, I feel like I need to hit the restart button. Another idea. Rotate the middle element onto the right space of a fusion. Oh, which one's a fusion? Push a molecule. I'm never going to be able to read instructions from chat. You can drag the numbers on the left side to change the tape. Like that. Or did I just... What did I just do? Oh, I can put... that does actually change them. Just a little... odd. So it's all doing the same stuff. Yeah, because of the collision element, it just makes it so tricky to see. So what I realised is that that isn't even... Well, in which case, let's put that there for now. Maybe that's what I should have done. So that's bonded. And... What arm has not done a lot? 3. Okay, maybe there is actually a way. So 2... Okay, so somewhere around here, 2 needs to basically get going again, right? Pick up, extend. Let's just do that for a second. It didn't do any of those things. Number 2, pick up and extend. You never came back. That's the problem. Never came back. Yeah, this ain't going to be very time efficient, but I think I can see a solution. So where's 2? 2 is like... really quite far behind. So let's move it up. Did I go the right way there? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, the problem here is that it needs to go in the other space. So let's take one of those off. Okay, failing to hit pause at the right time. I can see another very big problem with the solution, but I think we're close to it. So number 3, when number 3 finishes, I believe it will need to then push out. Yep. At which point, if we're lucky, this will need to rotate. Number 2, there. Oops. Let's see what happens. Not pretty, but... Hey, we didn't have that problem before. What's going on there? Oh, it's the wrong sort of rotation. It's that... Is it? Okay, let's stop. Number 2 needs to rotate out. Why do we have a collision? Okay, they've been joined together. Oh, it's something else didn't let go. Probably number 3. Wait a minute. Oh, I know. You have to put that at the end, didn't you? Okay. Well, how do these things restart? I think it restarts too soon. Or maybe 3 doesn't end up where it started. That's probably it. 3 needs to go 1 further out. After. Okay, we're slowly getting there. They kind of need to come back to their default positions. So 4 doesn't ever come back, does it? And then 1 probably doesn't either. So let's have that one go shrink, shrink. Oh yeah! Yeah! Come on! This game is so good. I have some friends who like over-engineer this game and it's really cool, says Iklas. I love all of that over-engineering stuff. I'm not very good at it myself, but I always want to like push and try and get better. But me and learning's a tough one, man. Like I'm getting the best out of myself. It don't look good, but I'm happy with it. Let's go add that one. What was this one called? Well, it'll be the big messy one. There it is. Stamina potion. Nice. Sweeten it out. Not that anyone cares. How many peeps we got tuning in? 470 peeps coming by. Be sure to hit the follow button if you're enjoying the stream today and having a good time. Thank you for coming by and checking it out. This game is going to consume some of my spare time, I know it. Oh, we've got a little bit of a storyline here. Does this mean that I, Xisuma the Derp, have completed the first chapter of the game? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Theory and practice. Preface. Alchemy is the highest art. Its practitioners guide the course of humanity. Through the ages, alchemists have steered society, advised kings and queens, and otherwise shaped the world around them. By choosing to dedicate your life to the study of alchemy engineering, you have taken the first step to becoming the steward of this supreme knowledge and a guardian of its illustrious history. Oh, I have. I like the artwork in the background. I have indeed. Xisuma, have you played Bad North? I think I have. I think I remember that game. Isn't it that like weird foggy game where you control troops on beaches? Something like that. Sigma's Garden. Oh, we're going again. Win 10 games to... Right, one more game. One more game. Let's try and do this easy breezy. Not too much thinking. Well, I'm going to run out of options rather quickly, but that is the first metal. So do I want to unleash the green or the red? I think I want to unleash the green. Oh! There's also a red there. Ooh. Oh, it's getting tricky now. It's getting tricky. So I can unlock a red and that one. Which should give us the next unlocking of a metal, which we already have. So where is the next metal? It's over here. So it'd have to go in from the side. Therefore, we're probably going to need to get to an arrow. So using this salt doesn't really actually help. Although it would mean, yeah, we can unlock an arrow that way, and then the green here. So I could go salt for salt, actually. Then that, and then this. Okay. Okay. Doesn't quite give us that one, but we're looking for that up arrow, right? Or were we? I can't remember what the strategy was. Might have to use up the salt to get another salt to get the up arrow. That'd also give us one of those cloudy ones to go over there. Should then... So it could go red, red, green, green. Ooh, we got decisions to make. We got decisions to make. I think I'm going to do this. And then that. That felt like a good move. Now, do we want to go these two? And unlock a red? Which can be easily unlocked for another up arrow. Yes, yes we do. Wait. I think my brain smarts just failed themselves a little bit there. Considering how balanced things look at the moment, let's do that. Might not actually go in the order I initially thought I would. Although we do need to work our way to that. So I'm gonna knock those two off the board just to get me thinking. So we kind of need to chip those two away. That will give us that pairing. Might run out of moves here. Might be a little bit too hasty on my behalf. Yeah, you see now we've got onto the next metal one. Oh, have I gotten good at this game, or am I just getting lucky? The next metal one has 4 choices. 4. And it's that one there that will give us this. So I think we're going to go that way. Oh no, it doesn't give us that. Because it's 4 around it, so I have to use a red. Actually, that's all of the last red ones, really. So why not just take those off of the board? Since they're the last time we're going to do that. This is the last time those two pair up, right? You see how I'm playing it? So that, to me, looks like the one you should use. Now, why is that one not unlocked? It's only got 2 around it. That's kind of bizarre. Seems to not behave quite how I thought it was going to behave. Done it! You need 3 empty spaces in a row. Ah, Cadspen. That is an important observation. Now, I've got wins too. So do I just come back here and play over and over again to complete that? Anyway, I want to find out what this hair product is about. Okay, it wants us to make... That looks easy. I'm going to say it now. That looks like quick and easy, right? So maybe we try and take a different approach today. Try and do something a little different. Ooh, try and do something a little different. Yeah, I got an idea. Got an idea to do something rather different this time. Okay. I'm gonna try and do this very different. In fact, it just might be a little tricky. Actually, I kind of want to think about optimizing the speed at which things come out of here, maybe. So if I start to think with 2 arms, what's the quickest way I can offload? This is like that, isn't it? So those 2 could alternate, yeah? Then something's got to rotate that, which puts it into this shape. Right. What is my brain? Unless I've missed something obvious, my brain just seems to have like clicked into a different gear. So it's going to swing down into that space. We're just using that as a marker. And then something needs to like rotate and push with that there. So vroom vroom. And then where's the best place to put this? Because that's currently going to be like that. It's like, where's the closest? Maybe that is the closest? Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Alright. Number 1. You are going to do this. Oh wait, that's the wrong direction. And I should possibly start... Yeah, I think I might start them in different positions like that. So one goes, rotates, drops, and then goes back. Number 2 is going to rotate back, pick up, rotate that way, drop off. Let's see if they... immediate conflict? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Right, okay, and then number 3, we'll need a... Again, I'm gonna mess about with them having different starting positions. I just got a hunch. Right, so it's at that spot there. What one did we just come back to? I think it will have to be after this one. Right, again, I'm gonna need like something over here just to kind of help me program it. Why am I dragging them all the time? So that one's gone into position, then it picks up there, I think. Yep. And then it rotates to this side. And that's when number 4, so it's got to drop it. Number 4 will then rotate the other type of rotation after picking it. That's not the right button. Hey, we got a noise. Xisuma! Welcome to the stream, my dude. Every time I try to play this game, it genuinely makes me feel stupid. Oh, it gets your brain just thinking in like different dimensions, man. It's crazy like that. Thank you for the 23 months, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to COTC. I'm looking forward to the COTC. This one needs to be a piston, I've just realised. So I kind of want to just copy what we've written down there, delete that element, swap it over, because after we rotate, we need to push out. Yeah, so let's see that in action. Right? So now that we've got that going, we need to repeat these steps. A little quick copy and paste tool might not be bad. Hang on, am I doing that right? And then that there. Same thing here. See, it's looking like it can potentially get off to a pretty speedy start here. However, yeah, that looks lined up correctly. Yeah, we're going for a speedy one today, I think. I'm gonna put that there and start it off in that position. No, let's not start it off in that position. I like the idea of them being starting in slightly different positions for some reason, which is not what I've done for 4, and I might come back to that actually. So for number 4, before it does that, maybe it retracts after having already extended. Wait, no, it doesn't already extend. We just start it there. I might be getting that a bit wrong actually. I'm just thinking if there's not steps at the end where it's like, oh, I've got to reset it. If that's all, if the resetting's already happened, then maybe it's a little more efficient. Right, so once that, hang on, we need to pause it again. So that's good. Then we go like that. The second one comes down. So it's this moment here that that one should have let go and the 5th one should have picked up. So R goes here. I think maybe we can put it on the same step. Has it already extended? I think I put that one the wrong way around. That's supposed to go out at the beginning. Yeah, and then I must have... No, I didn't even put it in. Then it shrinks like that. Okay, that one needs to drop. Oh yeah. Hang on a minute. That extension that I made at the beginning was actually erroneous. What we're going to do... have it go the other way around. Wait, my whole thinking here doesn't make any sense. That's the problem. I just didn't actually figure out what I was doing. Let's abandon number 5. Let's throw in an arm. Okay, this arm won't do anything yet. Until now-ish. It's going to add 2 extra steps doing it this way. So yeah, at the moment that that one lets go, this one gets to pick up. Right, and this is why I think you got to... Ooh. Actually, it might work out that we just change the ending position like that. Oh, brilliant. So what I actually want to do is have my ending position here. Therefore, at the beginning, it's going to come back to that position. So when it gets here, it picks it, pivots it, drops it off. Now, all of these like stop bits at the end here. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not looking at it right, am I? Let's drag them over by one. Slight rotation there. Oh! Oh! God, I thought we were there. I thought we were there. Dang it. FX Soon says I'm too dumb for this game. Hey, don't put yourself down. It takes a lot of thought. That's it. I didn't get anywhere by telling myself I couldn't do this today, did I? I had to learn it all. So when that rotates, hang on a minute. If that just rotates to there, it's still like entirely doable, right? Like we had, oh, I just, in essence, maybe what I did there was just rotate it the wrong way. Now, it might collide with something, is the only thought I have left. Yeah, that's annoying. So then, what if... No, that's going... Okay, let's get it... Let's visualize it in place. So, like, it's probably going to hit anything and everything. Unless... Okay, let's use this thing as a visual aid, right? So when we're there, like, if I could move it over by one, great. Or two, even better. But, like, the bonding is in the way. Well, actually, it's not in the way of two, but maybe no, 3 can't do anything. If I grabbed it, if I grabbed it, hey. So it's there, right? That one. Does that might collide with number 4? So get rid of that, pick it up, go the other way. Oh. Let me see that again. Why did I think that would be somewhere different? Does where you grab it from make much of a difference? Like, if it grabs... Yeah, it does. Huh. Oh my god! We made a monster! That does make a difference. What if we grab it from here then? We can just experiment a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go with that one then. Not quite as compact as you might like, but good nonetheless. So that needs to start here and reset itself there. I think, isn't number 4 right? I think all of this can come forward by 1. And let's now get rid of the things at the ends. Let's see how the repeat function works. Wow. It's keen to go straight back, so it does need that at the end. Right, what happens when I put these on each and every one of them? Yeah, it does wait. It does wait for them. Okay, there you go. We've done it. Cost is not as great as some other people have done it. Cycles is good. Interesting. I wonder how you make it super cheap. I wonder, I wonder. How did you discover the game, says Transer. It's made by Zachtronics, and I've played other games of theirs, so I was like just browsing their catalogue again. I've actually looked at the game like several times, and what one was that called again? I forget. Yeah, I looked over their catalogue several times, and this time, because someone mentioned it in Twitch chat, I just thought maybe I could give it a go again. Can you pull it, or do you have to rotate it? I could pull it as well, actually, yeah. Right, let's see what the next one's about. Okay. Rocket propellant. Ooh, two of those. Two that need manipulating. So 2 to 5. Let's get some arms and visualize some things. So I like the idea with this one, maybe yeah, that can swing, so they would be bonded. But in order... Yeah, that makes sense. So you create that thing first of all. I'm going to rotate this to help us visualize. Now this one's going to be in use a little longer. So then maybe a second one swings it out to this side. So that would give you that component. And something could maybe spin it around like that. So then you'd have this end of it. Maybe not. There's so many different ways you could do these. Dante Red Eye, thank you for 25 months, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Press 1 to show where everything was last time you stopped it, says Squad Arc. That is incredibly helpful. Incredibly helpful. Right, I think for this one I just want to jump into programming it a bit, but I've just had a thought. What if we used... you know what's wrong with my thought is that... It's the bonding bit. Trying to go straight into creating the shape, right? So this thing goes out by 2, then out by 1, then pushes it out again and then goes back. And then while it's doing that, the other things have got to be made and brought into place. Alternatively, you can use rotations, right? So swing it out to the sides, then give it a spin, so it's like that. Okay, I'm just going to start making some stuff happen, I think. Let's see if we like it or not. Okay. So number 2 is going to pick up, rotate, drop. At which point this one will pick up. Oh wait, it's already in the wrong spot. It's going to pick up. No, it's going to contract. And actually, I think it just waits at that point. So this thing can go back, repeat. Yep, that's fine. You let go. This one then backtracks. Actually, wait, is it... At what point did it have a problem? What was that thing about pressing 1? Ah! Yeah, that's really quite helpful. So now two's still got more work to do. That's why I'm getting a little confused here. Yeah, then when we're here, this one can rotate. I'm going to do a different type of rotation though. I'm going to do that type. Twist. Ah, twist the other direction then. Right, so while that's happening... Okay, so now if I stop and press 1, we can visualize while we do this. So... Interestingly... You could see us easily pulling that off with just one of these things. However... I think at this point, if we put that there... Where are we at? That. When it gets pulled in, in fact, getting that out of there. Let's press 1 again. That's going to be nasty. Okay, let's experiment with having this thing. I think you really got to like make a habit of like programming and not trying to figure it all out in your head. I think that's important. So number 3, I think, is then going to... This one's got to put it down. This one, and let's add a couple of these stop things over here. This one's going to pick it up and rotate. Let's see where that gets us. Yeah, I guess it could rotate twice. But that's sort of stopping the production line. If we went the opposite direction, though... Would that not... No? Oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, I pressed the wrong button, that's all. So, 3 of them bonded, and then spin it that way. Now what we can do is think about this in terms of where it last was. So by the time it arrives there, we could have, like, the next pieces ready to go. If I rotate it again... And what's this thing is what I want now. Yeah, that's not very helpful. So having 1 over there is good. Then that could be... So something could put the thing in place, come over here, rotate that so then it's this way, and that one could also be in place, maybe. Let's go back again. Right, okay. If I put that there, it could go that way around. So then that's got that in place, but it's also going to rotate it like that. And therefore, another one of these over here. This is, though, again, I think I'm making a mistake here of, like, trying to solve it where it is, because you need to then flip it out and move it somewhere else. So when we get to that spot, there could be this thing taking from this side, coming over and putting that into place, right? Then it could also, as it comes back round to the beginning, rotate it like that. Then we got it there, at which point something over here might collide, right? So we have this other arm basically doing the same thing over here. But then in order to get that out of there, we're going to blatantly collide whatever direction we go in. What's number 3's role in this again? Number 3 could actually be here. And so let's go reverse its role, its rotation even. Double check that does what I want it to do. Okay, I didn't actually need to change that, funny enough. So we get those 3 out, zip that there, and then it's over here. So that's when all of this stuff is ready. Okay, so starting position for number 4 will be here. It's going to grab. I absolutely love these games. If you can't tell. 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Okay, one too many. We'll save that rotation for a bit. So it's going to drop. And then there'll be some bonding. Ah, dang it! You know what? It could actually just wait. So I'm not sure at which tile that collided. Yeah, you were impatient. All the way over here, eh? This one's going to get me thinking about, like, how can you do this in a short amount of cycles, I think. Yeah, so then when it gets to... it drops, it rotates, then it needs... Okay, we're going to use a lot of cycles on this. It's then going to rotate. After grabbing. Like that, I think. Oh, the mistake was that is... Okay, that's number 3. 3 needs to let go at some point. Let's do it step by step here. So I feel like that rotation possibly could have happened sooner, or does that create the issue? Oh, wow. Okay, so it can go one quicker. So now, on the opposite sides, we're going to introduce another arm. This one will have to wait a moment before it picks up. Then it's going to rotate. That's the wrong button. It's going to rotate. I forgot how the position ended up. Yeah, so it's got to go rotate, and again. And then it will simply probably wait. So this one over here will need to drop. Because then it will be bonded. Done something wrong here, haven't I? Let's get that rotating in the other direction. It'll still end up there. And put in that thing. We're not going to get... this is going to be a really inefficient solution, I think. Okay, we kind of got most of the way there, actually. So... that's going to bond when it lets go, right? At which point, I think that just needs to rotate. And then, where's the last known position? Yep, that's a fully formed thing that's going to get flipped from that to that. Ah. Yeah, the bonding thing there. So, let's just go back to that. I noticed, though, that those didn't bond. Oh, it never actually puts it down, is one observation. So this one basically probably needs to be a piston arm, doesn't it? That's the dealio. But why? See, that should now bond when that one moves off. So let's move it back a step just to clarify what's going on there. Is it a timing issue? Bond. There's no bonding on this. Oh, I've got the wrong thing down. I bet chat's been telling me about that for 10 minutes. Okay, let's go back there. Actually, no one has. Yeah, so we end up with a solution. Right, now can I do something where I like just drop that on top of it to change the type? I can, because all it needs to do is then push out. Yeah, all it needs to do is push out. Number 5. Which means it will end up in a very different position than it started, funny enough. Right, so we're going to have to rearrange a little bit of this. Number 5, I want to start in the ending position, which is there. So it needs to retract and then rotate like back a whole bunch of times, so we don't end up putting this at the back. So like, can I like nudge them across by putting them between? I can. So we should see that one reset. Yeah, and then it's waiting there and then it's come back. Cool. So I think we just need to get rid of that. Oh. That didn't do quite what I thought it would. This has ended up not being very elegant at all, has it? Tell you what it could do though, maybe. If it's like that, then what if the solution's like that? Because hang on, let's get it going. So if once it does that, let's have it drop and then pick it back up again here and just extend, and that should, and then the starting position is different, I've realized. So you need that one more rotation I forgot to put in. Yeah, timing's not quite there. Okay, so now the starting position needs to be the ending position, which is there. So if we follow what it does now, it's in the wrong spot. So what I should probably do is just change the rotation and then get rid of that. And then drag all of these across. So it comes back there, goes there, gets ready. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, what about other ones going back to their starting position? So number 2 needs to flip back. Right, and then after number 3 releases, number 1, it needs to push out twice. Yeah, what about number 4 now? Yeah, number 4 needs one more additional rotation. And then we did this a minute ago and I forget, but that's going to break everything, right? No, it doesn't. Oh, wait, what happened there? Do I need that? Did we do it? I think we did it. I think we did it, peeps. It's Mextra says, hey, X, how are you? What's this game about? It's about making solutions. Interesting part. Wow, right in the middle. And... oh, this really makes me wonder what other solutions people came up with. I was about to say and, because I thought I left something on there, but I didn't actually. If I were to guess a little bit as to where this could be more efficient or better, I got a feeling 4 and 5 could maybe be condensed a little bit. I'm not quite sure how, just by staring at it, but I don't know, it feels like they could... also, there might have been like cleverer places to put them. I love it. This is so cool. Let's go check out what the next one looks like. Thank you, Angry Bird. We did do it. Thinky says there are 6 hermits streaming right now. That's unusual for this time of day. It is, isn't it? Let me go see who else is actually streaming. Where's my raid thing? Let's give it a refresh. And let's check this out. So, Impulse, Tango, Hypno, Cub Fan, False, and... who's the 5th? That's 5. I've got 5 people. Who am I missing? Oh, wait, me! I'm the 6th! Oh, God, they're going to call me a derp. I'll let them have one. I'll let them have one more, even though they don't deserve it. No, they don't. Oh, so you've got to make 2 products. Cool, cool. Definitely another interesting one. But we've got to wrap it up at some point. I've really gone well over my stream time for today. I absolutely love this one. There's a slim chance I might stream it again, peeps. But you've seen the game. It's a lot of fun. I've got a few other streams to cram in soon. So I think the likelihood of me revisiting this soonish is not so likely. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's a really cool game. And, well, yeah, that's it. Massive thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to all the peeps subscribing, resubscribing, donating, and cheering. Thanks to all my mods, my Patreons, and all the people gifting subs. We are going to do a raid, and I'm going to send you over to... I feel like I haven't raided Cub in a while. So today, sending you over Cub Fan. I think he's doing some speed running on Minecraft. So, hit that follow button, hit that raid button, and I'll see you all here again tomorrow. Bye-bye.